Welcome guys to the third Elliott wave video series. Today we are going to talk about corrective waves. Now if you may recall, during the previous sessions we covered about the basics of Elliott wave. Then we delved into the motive waves, that was our second video series. And today we are going to look into the third series, that is the corrective wave. Now as you can see, and I'll request everyone to again pay attention to my mouse pointer. So in the past two videos what we have discussed is about wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5. This primarily forms the motive waves, and these are the waves that we identify by numbering them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Okay, so today we'll be starting out on the corrective phase, that is A, B and C. Remember, I had said earlier that the main function of corrective waves is to correct the motive wave. Alright? Now see, everything has a purpose. So the purpose of motive wave is to propel the market higher or lower, whereas the purpose of corrective wave is to counter move the motive wave. Alright? Now as we have discussed before, we label the corrective waves by using letters, that is A, B and C. Okay. Now basically there are four different types of corrective wave structures. As we progress further, we'll be discussing them in detail. The one thing which you have to keep in mind is that motive waves divide themselves into 5 subwaves, and the corrective waves pan out in 3 subwaves. So if we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 for a motive wave, we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, that is 3 wave structure for corrective wave. Okay. Now if some of you are getting confused by what this 1 is and what this 2 is, let me be clear to you. See, this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, a motive wave. The 1 here is the wave 1 of 1 larger degree. Got it? So this complete is wave 1, which has been also broken down into 5 waves. Alright. Similarly, wave 1 is corrected by wave 2. Okay. So wave 2 here is a corrective wave of 1 larger degree. If you break it down, it breaks down into 3 structures: wave A, wave B and wave C. Okay. Okay, so the first type of corrective wave that we'll discuss is the zigzag. Okay, now zigzag primarily is made up of 3 waves: wave A, wave B and wave C. Okay, now a zigzag subdivides into a 5-3-5 wave structure. What does that mean? That means wave A subdivides into 5 waves, that is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5. And wave B subdivides into 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and wave C again subdivides into 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So hence we get a 5-3-5 structure. Okay, now how do you identify a zigzag? Well, zigzag primarily occurs in the second wave of an impulse wave. Alright. So what we have here, this second wave, this sort of correction, if it's fast and vertical in nature and it satisfies these criteria of 5-3-5 waves, maybe C form, then that probably is a zigzag. Alright. We'll be looking into examples later on. Just get your concept straight as of now. The second type of corrective wave is a flat. Okay, flat is again made up of 3 waves, that is A, B, C, just like the zigzag. But a flat follows a 3-3-5 structure. Remember, a zigzag followed a 5-3-5 structure. A flat follows a 3, 3 and 5 structure. Okay, got it? So in this case, the wave A divides into three segments, that is 1, 2, 3. Wave B again divides into three segments, 1, 2, 3. And wave C divides into five segments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get a 3, 3, 5 structure. Alright. Now, there are basically two types of flats. One is the regular flat and one is the expanded flat. The one you're seeing on the screen right now is the regular flat. Now, how do you differentiate between a regular flat and expanded flat? In a regular flat, wave B usually terminates around the origin of wave A. Alright. Similarly, wave C terminates around the origin of wave A. Alright, I'm sorry, not the origin, the termination point of wave A. So wave C terminates around the termination point of wave A. Alright. In a expanded flat, this termination point of B overshoots the origin point of A. And termination point of C overshoots towards the downside the termination point of A. Alright? That's the only difference. The third type of corrective structure is the triangle. Now, triangle, unlike the zigzag and flat, is made up of 5 waves. See, zigzag was made up of 3 waves, flat was made up of 3 waves, but triangle is made up of 5 waves. So we have A, B, C, D and E. Alright, in zigzag and flat we only had ABC. Okay. Now zigzag follows a 5-3-5 structure, flat follows a 3-3-5 structure, but triangle follows a 3-3-3-3-3 structure. Now what does it mean? It means wave A divides into 3 aspects, 1, 2, 3. Wave B again into 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. Wave C into 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. Wave D again into 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. And wave E again into 3 waves, 1, 2 and 3. Alright. Now usually in a triangle, wave E often overshoots the trend line of AC. Okay, so it can go down and again take a sharp move on the upside. Okay. Now triangles usually occur in the wave 4. That means wave 4 is typically a wave which corrects the movement of wave 3. So triangles usually occur in the wave 4. Again, there are primarily two types of triangles. One is the converging triangle and one is the contracting triangle. Alright. Now what we see here, it's pretty evident from the image. Actually, there's a correction I think to be made. The two types of triangles mentioned here, converging and contracting, I think one of these should be expanding and contracting triangles. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So we have contracting triangles here and expanding triangles here. Expanding is basically, it's the triangle is fanning out as time progresses. As you can see, both. The triangle is fanning out. Whereas contracting, if you see, the triangles are coming together, converging. Alright? Rest all remains the same. It follows a 3-3-3-3 structure. Okay? Now apart from contracting triangles and expanding triangles, there is one more form of triangle which is called the running triangle. Okay? The running triangle again is made up of 5 waves. It again follows the 3-3-3-3-3 subwave structure. But in a running triangle, what usually happens is that wave B, it overshoots the origin of wave A. If you go back to previous images, here if you see, wave B never overshot the origin of wave A. But in running triangle, wave B usually overshoots the origin of wave A. That's the only difference. Okay, so let's summarize the corrective wave structure. The first that we saw was zigzag. It has a 3-wave structure, A, B, C, follows a the subdivision pattern that zigzag follows is a 5-3-5 subwave structure. The shape of the structure is usually a sharp corrective move. It usually happens in wave 2. Okay. A flat basically takes a 3-3-5 structure. Again, it divides into A, B, C pattern. It is usually sideways in nature and happens in wave 4. A triangle is a 5-wave structure, A, B, C, D, and E, in which waves subdivide as 3-3-3-3 and 3 subwaves. It again is a sideways setup, happens usually in wave 4. Now there is one more corrective pattern, the fourth corrective pattern, that is the combination, which I have not discussed as yet, and I'll do it somewhere in the next 2 or 3 video sessions. The reason being that combination is a bit difficult to grasp, and that is why I want to dedicate a complete slide to it for that session. Alright, so again we have come to the end of the corrective video series, and again before ending, what I like to say is that keep revising all the videos that have been put up now on this topic. Going forward, these concepts are extremely important once we start getting into specific examples, and examples will be put up in a wide range of time frames, ranging from intraday charts to weekly charts or even monthly charts. Okay, so see you next time.